Thank you for spending the day with us. Thank you for being here today. I know people are coming back in from breakout sessions. I want to give this opportunity to thank our vendors today. Thank you first for TCEA for hosting us today, finding a room for everything, a place for everything, and everything in its place. ACC Tech for their fantastic videography that is going to help us capture the memories of the day and the moments that helped inspire us to change. And also PEJ Events, who provided us with hot food at our breakfast and lunch today. And our stellar sponsors, most especially A Plus Federal Credit Union, who supplies with the clear plastic bags that will let us get into sporting bits. To HEB Helping Here, and to Assessor Bank, to really supporting this event and showing that they believe in education enough to believe in us. And I see a few more people coming in, but wanted to call back our time together and thinking about thriving. And going to lean into the last word of this definition that we put up, which is agency. And what that means for us as we move forward from this event, of how we are developing our agency. And thank you, Marco. Just to remember, I forgot the clicker, so. Just to remember our time together really started with some memorable moments. Perhaps not all of us have seen, share, linked to the education journey that we experienced collectively, but for one, I thought that was pretty inspiring. Our report to the community where we got to explore our own journey to a pathway to thrive, and also some data that we need to pay attention to and understand in supporting our students. The simultaneous support of students, educators, and families in our work, and the moving work of Carl Settles when he really talked about his own personal journey. And one of the pieces that I really loved about that was when he talked about all of the identities that he carried forward, and he said, I was all of those things. And I think those pieces are very memorable. They help us understand that our students are all of their identities. And when we look at our data, we might be looking at a particular chart or graph, but we are looking at the lives of children, the lives of our students, to really uplift and help them thrive. I hope you enjoyed the breakouts. The word that I had was so much learning and leadership, mathematics, equity, our mathematics pipeline, and our attendance work. And I hope that you're taking some information, something to steal, something to take with you, something to make change happen. And then we also had our fantastic Learning Foundations panel. And I think a lot of us will remember we didn't plan for systems change, but we expected a systems level result. Will be something that would, like, there may be t-shirts. They lift up those bumper stickers of how are we planfully helping prepare for the transformational change that needs to happen at all levels. And then just want to take a second and imagine. E3 is built on data. We start our conversations with data. But behind the data are the stories that make that data happen and true. So when we think about everything that we saw, if we think about pre-K enrollment and what changes the trajectory for a family to be able to enroll in pre-K, how do we tell our students that we believe in them and they are capable of advanced math and that we will support them through that pathway? How are we looking at this entire system of, are we supporting our teachers and educators to support our students and families? And all of these pieces of data are pieces of stories, pieces of thriving together and making change happen. So I want you to kind of think, just take a moment, reflect what you will do to help someone thrive. What you will do to create a system where more students will thrive. And how will this change the story? take that, if you want to write it down, if you want to do it. We want action to come from our work together. We want people to understand that they have that activation and agency to act, to help others thrive. And we've been talking a lot about storytelling today. So I know there are a few teachers still in the room. What is a protagonist? Does someone have a definition of a protagonist for me that I can use?
Main character.
The main character. That's a good definition. What's another definition for protagonist? The good guy. Oh, a lot of times, yeah, we think about our protagonist as the good guy. So, main character, the good guy, the hero, sometimes of the story. But I would challenge you to be a protagonist of this story of transformational change. And for this definition, I'm going to use the root. Pro, first, protagonist, actor. You will be the first actor in the story of transformational change in education. Take that with you. Write down your actions. Think about how you're changing that story, but let the students be the hero of that story. When you told your story of thriving, chances are it was somebody else who was the first actor that allowed you to be the hero of your own story of thriving. And we ask you to do that for the students, and that means that you need to be the protagonist and you need to act first. We will work to create this system where we're simultaneously supporting students, families, and educators, but we definitely need those in the room to be the first to act to make it happen. And in the words of Natalie Nichols, we're going to make that systems change happen so we actually get the systems level results. So thank you for being here today. Write down your actions, tell us about it, tell us how we did, what we can do to change to make things better. We really do look at these surveys. We create opportunities for learning together based on them. And thank you so much for being here and being heroes today.